What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aaron here. It is Thursday the 17th of April, and once again we're talking all things DeFi and AI agents on this channel, guys. The market is just very choppy, not really showing much direction of where it wants to go, guys. Every single day is a mixed bag, and it's not really giving us the confidence that we really need to feel that we're still in this kind of bear market, right? It's still creepy.
Indeed it is.
But what this does, it gives us time to build. It gives us time to build our brands, our products, our investments, whatever that might be, that looks like for you. And let's make the most of this, because we know when a bull market hits, it's just absolute chaos. It's just, you can't get hold of anyone, you know, like it's impossible to even think. You've got crazy FOMO every 5 minutes. So let's just enjoy the calm before the storm. Let's not forget that it is token 2049 Dubai coming up in like, what, 10 days or so, 12 days? Like there's going to be some major announcements naturally at such a big event happening in Dubai. But look, anyway, let's get into the markets, guys. As you can see here, we're starting once again with a DeFi, okay, or DeFAI as some people call it. And look, as we can see here, not a huge amount has changed. I mean, Anon is down 7% on the daily, which is a shame. The price has been flagging quite a bit recently now, down at $44 million market cap. And actually, Olas who are building their mech marketplace, their AI agent basically marketplace, is very close to flipping Anon here, which is interesting. Olas has some really good backers, let's not forget, and they've also got this Pearl mobile app as well. So they are really shipping recently, Olas, and they just announced as well another partner of theirs on X today that we may talk about later in the video. But yeah, Anon is he's struggling a little bit right now in the price. Although Daniele Sesta, he's doing like almost daily streams now on Twitch about like how to use Anon and how to use AI to automate your trades. So I do recommend you guys watch that. If you go to Daniele Sesta's X account, you can watch and see how he's doing it. Obviously, he's total expert because he's building the product. So for those of you that want to really understand how to use Anon, go and watch it. I know I will be during my weekends. Look, going further down the screen here, guys, we also have Derive here, 15.9% rise, actually up 50% this week, largely defying the market. If we actually have a look at this product here, Derive, when you actually go on the website, it really just looks like a DeFi protocol, as you can see here, like lending, trading. But actually, on CoinGecko, they give us a bit more detail as to why this is in the DeFi category. So look, as you can see, 5 days ago, it was 15 million. Now it's up to 25. It's gone up around 50% this week, right? It's gone up 50% this week, which, to be honest with you, is a big gain for this stage of the market. But as you can see here, what's next for Derive? Derive has built an AI-powered trading app built for pro traders. Okay, so in collaboration with Masari, Derive Pro translates market views into trades. The agent then prepares transactions for users and leverages smart contract wallets to make trades one-click, gasless, and chainless. Okay, so that's the reason why this is in DeFi. They're obviously partnering with Masari. Masari has been making their... it's been interesting, actually. Masari, obviously, always seen as, and is, really like tier one player when it comes to like, really top grade research, but they've been basically opening up their doors recently for AI agents to use, their data to train, AI agents to, and also to provide them with the data to take action. And so it's interesting how Masari, I was talking to them at Paris Blockchain Week about how they were doing that. So if you guys remember on sentientchat.xyz, also there's a Masari agent plugin there as well that allows you to basically do deep research on any of the, any of the reports that are on Masari that you can really scrape the data from with your prompts with the AI abstraction layer. So yeah, look, that's what Derive is doing in AI. I'm assuming some of you guys wondered, because I was wondering myself. That's just why we do this video. Going further down here, guys, we can also see Edwin is up 36.4% this week, and sorry, today, and 62.2% up this week, which is pretty cool to see. Congratulations to any Edwin holders. And Listen here, which is built on the ARC framework, on the rig framework from ARC, is up 31% and 94.6% this week. So definitely some major buys going in there, but we won't really jump into it because it's such a small market cap. But good to see all the same. And here, Duck AI. Now you're probably like, this is like the most highest gainer, but again, 3 million market cap. It is really small, massive risk, but 1,535% up this week. You can't complain about. So any of you ducks out there, congratulations, up 127.4% today. And then also, the reason for that, I mean, if you head over to the Duck AI X, I was just on it a second ago, you can actually see they've shown this a new look into their DeFi app, which is powered by Duck AI, guys. So like they've shown this video here that you can see, which basically is showing you how to set up AI trading configuration in the Duck AI platform here. You can see all these different, levers that you can pull, or you can see all your portfolio and your positions and your history here. So if you're interested in Duck AI, just head over to their X and see what's going on, because that is a pretty phenomenal leap, to be fair. But again, such a small market cap, so be careful, guys. And yeah, let's jump into the AI agents and see what is going on there. So as you can see here, not a huge amount of movement from the majors. From virtuals is virtually the same as yesterday. Eliza's up like 4%, so a minimal gain. And we've got Fraser AI here down 7.7%. Not a huge amount to report there. We do have Venice token here, which is up around 9%. It was 10% last time I checked. Now, Venice, I think, has such a good narrative play. The fact that it wraps your models in privacy, to giving you the complete privacy layer that you need to interact with these large language models. I think Venice narrative is every time there's going to be a big news story about how OpenAI is stealing our data, Venice is going to pump, and Venice is positioned all the time for that. So I do think Venice, from a narrative perspective, is just massive. And there was news just a couple of days ago that OpenAI is going to make KYC basically for every single person that uses their models in the future, which obviously isn't great for privacy purposes, and therefore may be something to do with the pump that we saw here. As you can see here, ARK is up 7.2%. Good to see. I know the Rhizome AI Agent App Store is coming soon, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because they've been teasing us for a while now. Aava, from the Hollyworld mascot, is up 93% this week, 8% today, been showing a dramatic rise. We also spoke about their open MCP product that they're building at the moment, MCP standing for Model Context Protocol, and then building the Web3 version of that connects all of the interdependent different Web3 protocols and data to bring them all together, because it is obviously scattered around the space, guys. So good to see Aava coming up with a very strong week, to be fair to them, probably the strongest week across both DeFi and AI agents. So go Aava, good for Holloworld. That's fantastic. And we can also see here that just below, Genius AI is also up 13.9% this week. It's a nice solid gain. Sally from the Health AI agent is now down 60.1% today, but yesterday was up massively, so people are just taking profits. Not very surprising there, guys. And lastly, Pippin I don't mention too much. They were quite highly rated just a couple of months ago. We're building their own framework, but has since then got absolutely trashed in price, but is up 13% today. So again, up double digits. Congratulations to Pippin. Look, not a huge amount to report today in the markets, guys. Things are just, kind of teetering along as we see what Trump and his cronies are doing with the tariffs. So we will now just move on and get on with the news. All right, guys, first up, we're going to be talking about Base. Okay, so Base obviously was where the AI agent narrative really started taking off with virtuals before the likes of virtuals and various others started porting over to Solana. But anyways, now Base was quite controversial yesterday because they launched this tweet, Base is for everyone, and then they deployed it and minted it on Zora.co. Okay, so what they call coined it. Now, obviously, for those of you that follow my videos and are in the DeFi space, you're thinking, hang on a minute, this is like Bankr. Why did they not use Bankr? Like, come on, Bankr's been doing this for a long time now. Good question, and I'm not the only person to ask that question. As you can see here, Amateo was also saying the same thing. But most importantly, it didn't perform very well, okay, guys? And everyone started dunking on it. So as you can see here, Base is for everyone. That main Base account launching was effectively a meme coin, unofficial meme coin, on this Zora.co. And then, of course, the Solana fanboys like Merit decided to, to be fair, I don't blame him per se, because as you can see, that chart was disgusting there. It was, look at that wick, was up by nearly 60 million market cap. It went right down to 2 million, and everyone was diving in. Everyone was diving in on them. And even Decrypt picked up on it. Coinbase Base promotes unofficial meme coin. Traders ape in and get wrecked. And everyone was loving it. Everyone was loving the jumping in on kicking Base. But to be honest with you, as you could have seen if you saw my previous screen, it's actually recovered quite well. It's at a 10.2 million market cap now. So it has recovered after that awful drop after launch. Everyone was dunking. But be careful, guys. Be careful with this coin, because as you can see on this article, it actually mentions that the top 3 holders own 47% of the supply. Okay, as you can see here, Hantel noted the top 3 holders hold 47% of the supply, and some 2,500 holders who were potentially new Base users were allegedly rugged. It has run back up, but we should be very careful with this. Again, it's basically like a Bankr clanker, deployment, but using Zora.co. And so, I wanted to bring that to your attention, guys, because can you believe the official Coinbase account actually deployed its own token like that, and then it had that disgusting drop, and then not even checking, the Base team, not even checking, how much the token holders had in terms of in the top 3 wallets, and knowing this was completely unfair on retail is pretty shocking, to be honest, and Mert is right here. But anyways, jumping back into Bankr, because this is the whole connection here. Bankr have actually opened up Solana support. Probably trying to bridge people away from Base after that, just like Virtuals did. We're opening Solana support to Bankr Club members for early feedback and testing. You remember, if you want to be a Bankr Club member, you have to buy an NFT to join the club. If you are a Bankr Club member, you now have access to buy, sell, swap, transfer on Solana and cross-chain swaps from Base to Solana and Solana to Base. Okay, so these features are still in alpha. Please report any issues on our Discord. Now, just to be clear, you can't currently deploy on Solana immediately a Clanker token. You can only do that on Base. Multi-chain token launches aren't supported yet, but it's on the roadmap. For now, you can deploy on Base and swap bridge to Solana. So that is coming, but that is a pretty major update. And don't forget that if somebody asks Bankr to deploy a new token under your tweet, you will have a share in the fees as well. So before, a while ago, it was just the person that deployed it. Now it's also you as the holder, I suppose, of the intellectual property of that tweet that will also take a share in the fees. Noted. But interesting, now the Coinbase account is jumping in. Interesting, the Coinbase account didn't just use Bankr to deploy that. They used Zora. I haven't checked Zora's investors. If I did, maybe there'll be Coinbase Ventures there. I don't know. Maybe I'm cynical. I'm not sure. I haven't checked that. I'm just speculating, guys. And sticking with the Base ecosystem, the Grok wallet. If you guys remember, we spoke about it quite extensively 3 or 4 weeks ago about the debt relief bot that was deployed by Grok itself, Grok AI. It was a very hot narrative here. And it's currently sat at $769,388 that sat in Grok AI's wallet. So it's untouchable unless you're ex-employee or ex-intern that you can have access to that, in which case, let's see if it still stays there. But $769,388 in historical fees claims, right? The next milestone is $1 million, 23% or so away from that magical $1 million number. As you can see here, the chart went crazy. For the first time, it hit $41 million market cap, went all the way back down, all the way back up to 32. Now it's going all the way back down again to 7.39 million. But I do expect that once this next milestone hits, there will be a spike in the debt relief bot token, because I think that's going to spark a lot of conversation and narrative driving on social media. But it's definitely slowed down. It's taken a lot longer than we all expected. But yeah, guys, look, obviously this was also a project that was launched, using Bankr. And so, there was a lot of media attention to this fake unofficial meme coin that Base actually dropped themselves. Obviously, it was completely, unfortunately, owned by the top, half of it was owned by the top 3 token holders, and it massively dumped. Has recovered again. Why we're not using Bankr, guys? But yeah, there's the update for Bankr. They're now integrating with Solana. They're now trying to bridge everyone away from Base for Solana, for punishing them for not using them, for launching that unofficial meme coin, guys. Okay, we are now going to move on to the next story. Quick one, guys. Quick shout out to Alex Becker here. Alex Becker obviously has one of the biggest KOL YouTube channels, and he, as of yesterday, he tweeted, AI agents are the biggest opportunity in decades. AI is completely underhyped right now. I'm all in. That said, AI crypto is so undervalued, it's disgusting. It will be the most explosive vertical here very soon. It's not going to be a buzzword here soon. It will be in demand in the same way we demand electricity. Go absolutely all in. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with you, Alex Becker. And that is why we do these videos every single day. That is why you're listening to these videos every single day, despite the bearish price action, despite the really, really lack of news that there really is. But we are extrapolating and we are getting into the weeds because the infrastructure is being built. And Alex is absolutely right. This is the biggest opportunity in decades. And that's why you watch this show. And that's why me and my team put together this show every single day. And it's great to see the likes of Alex Becker and also Miles Duche, 2 people that I've worked with in the past and I know, promoting AI agents and DeFi. In Miles' case, he had Danielle Sesto on his show. So look, guys, this is teetering. Trust me, this is teetering. As soon as we see the price actions turn around, we are going to see astronomical rises. Like the market caps of some of these tokens that we talk about every day. Sometimes I have to remind myself, probably you at home do as well. It's like, this is a $3 million token. We're not talking like 100 million, like all the other channels, right? There's like, they're talking about Cardano and talking about Solana and talking about Avalanche. These are like 10 billion plus, in market cap. I mean, some far exceed that. And like, we're talking about 3-4 million market cap here. So if you're watching this channel, we are deep in the weeds. We are turning potential diamonds into absolute 100x rockets, guys, if we pick and choose the right ones. And that's what this show's for, because you're not going to get rich buying Solana. You're not going to get rich buying Cardano, well, obviously, and you're also not going to get rich buying Avalanche. But if we choose the right horses here, and by the way, 9 times out of 10 they can fail, that's fine. All you need, trust me, as an investor, all you need is one investment. One investment can change your entire life, and all of the rest doesn't even matter. It's the old VC model that people talk about, but trust me, it's true.
If you say so.
If any of these small market cap coins that we're talking about, you throw in $500 or $1,000 now, and it does 100x, which on a 3 million market cap really isn't that amazing. 300 million market cap? It's not that huge. I mean, Virtuals is over 300 million right now, and that was into the billions before. So totally possible. And that's why I think it's important to watch out my channel. And that's why it's important to do this research that we're doing every single day to stay ahead of it. Because as you can see, Alex is bullish, Miles is bullish, and various of the other tier 1 KOLs are also bullish as well. Not that they're the most important thing in the world. I'm not saying that. But of course, when the hype comes back, they bring a lot of hype. So just a quick shout out to Alex for posting something that I 100% agree with him on. And looking forward to the bull run finally continuing. Okay, guys, next up we're talking about hackathons. Okay, now there's so many amazing hackathons happening right now and over the last few months. I mean, there's loads of AI agent projects being built all over the place. Like, there's Sonic, they just did their DeFi hackathon. There's BNB Chain doing hackathons, a rolling hackathon all the time. There's Virtuals doing their hackathon right now. There's Elias OS doing their hackathon. They're also doing something like biohealth hackathon. Like, there's developers everywhere building on this AI agent infra, guys. And there's so many quality projects. And the reason we mention it on the show is because we need to get in front of this. We need to make sure that we are one of the first followers on their X accounts, that we are on the wait lists, that we are there, even if we have the skills, reaching out to the teams, trying to get even pre-sale access to the token. If we're that bullish on it, okay, we should be getting there early, because early is what will win the race and make you those sweet, sweet gains. So first up, I've mentioned on the channel a few times now that BNB Chain are going all in on AI, and now you don't even have to take my word for it. What does it say at bnbchain.org? The first few words here. BNB Chain is going all in on AI. There you go. No questions asked. Okay, that's fantastic. And well done to BNB Chain, because I know they are making a good choice there. And I know that CZ is really driving BNB Chain right now, because obviously for Binance, he's not allowed to work there anymore because of the problems that he got into with the law. But for BNB Chain, anything goes. He is pushing BNB Chain forward. He is talking about AI agents all the time on X. Anyways, let's go into this. So the BNB AI hack was launched in February 2025, and it's a global rolling format hackathon. So it's just an ongoing hackathon for real-world applications of AI and blockchain within the BNB Chain ecosystem. One of the winning projects from the hackathon, Tutorial Agent, which we'll all know about, has achieved listings on Binance, BitGet, KuCoin, Gate, and over 30 other centralized exchanges. So I was talking to some people from Paris Blockchain Week that were building really cool DeFi products, actually, and I told them you should check out BNB Chain, because Yeezy Labs, formerly Binance Labs, are really, really pushing for DeFi and AI agents. And I spoke to a quality project that I thought BNB Chain would be a great home for them because, of course, BNB Chain are giving that support, and you get access to the whole ecosystem. Now, anyways, further down, you can see here in this blog post, they have the winning projects so far. So they've actually listed them all here. There's probably 13 or so that you can get into, guys. There's Bankr AI, Botzilla, Tutorial Agent. So Tutorial Agent's probably a bit late. It's already on Binance. But there's Boomi, Vitamin AI, Stitch AI, World 3 Protocol. The list goes on. You can see it, guys. TLI and Kudo. There's probably some very high potential projects in here. I mean, Tutorial Agent already, like I said, is on some of the biggest exchanges in the world globally. And if you'd have got in there early, you'd have done very well for yourself. And yeah, this is just going to keep going. What's next for AI builders on BNB Chain? Well, you get $50,000 kickstart funding for the project. You get marketing support, visibility to VCs, ecosystem partners, exchanges, entry into the BNB demo day. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good. Like they announced these winners, yesterday. So some of these winners were yesterday, some of them were a couple of weeks ago. But either way, they posted this blog yesterday in which they confirmed they're going all in on AI. You can see the different prize pools available and the different sponsors that they have here. And now sticking with hackathons. The virtual hackathon that we're all really excited about because it's all focused on agent commerce protocol, that we're all super excited about building these autonomous business with AI agents. Well, they have also just announced 18 teams are going to advance to the demo day. So they've whittled it down to 18 teams, and you can see here the 18 teams that have been chosen. And it's funny actually because they actually planned 16. So they must have had so much good quality projects applying for this that they just couldn't make their minds up. So the quality of builds exceeded expectations. There you go. So to all the other teams, you'll get ideas, didn't go unnoticed, we may be in touch. And so yeah, guys, like as you can see, I mean, there's this tweet bounty here, the first AI-powered social media marketing protocol. There's also the intern here, which is another project which is about basically automating your X with an AI agent. And they've actually done some work I saw with Pudgy Penguins already. They launched the Pudgy Penguins intern. Looks like they trained the model on the Pudgy kind of tone of voice and data, and now it's actually live tweeting kind of thing. So that's cool. And actually, this is something that CZ actually asked for, right? Just I think a week or so ago, he asked for a autonomous social media agent that could post in your kind of tone of voice and tone on BNB Chain. Well, this actually seems to be coming here on base, based on the hackathon sponsor here, base. So, but yeah, like guys, they've announced their finalists for demo day, and as you can see, winners are actually going to be announced just in 4 days' time. So the demo day, I believe, is today. There's going to be some quality projects here for sure, guys. And if you are bullish on Agent Commerce Protocol, which I obviously am, then this whole demo day should be super interesting to keep an eye on. Now, if you just do a dig down a little bit of research here, you'll be able to find these projects on X and quickly get early access to them and keep up to date on what's going on. Even if they don't win, doesn't mean that they're not going to be a good quality project, guys. They can totally come second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth place and still kick on and become a fantastic project, in 9-figure market cap. So do keep an eye on this, guys. So yeah, look, that's the hackathon news today from Virtuals Protocol and BNB Chain. So next up, we have a new partnership announcement from Raydium. Okay, so obviously Raydium is one of the largest on-chain order book AMMs out there currently on Solana, and basically they've announced a partnership with Hey Anon. So obviously Hey Anon being one of the most hyped DeFi projects, and obviously Daniel Sester, its head being the guy who literally coined the term DeFAI or DeFi. As you can see here, he's excited to make the announcement to integrate Hey Anon. So and Raydium obviously tweeted about it themselves here, as you can see down here as well. Nice little handshake. But in general, they've created a new launchpad, basically. Raydium have. So introducing a launch lab, Raydium's all-in-one token launchpad built for creators, developers, and the community. It's pretty cool that Hey Anon is one of the launch partners for the launch lab. It obviously shows the relationship that Hey Anon has with some of the leading DeFi protocols. So as you can see here, you can get started with just send it mode. So if you're launching a token, you can just go straight to Raydium, launch a token, hit 85 Sol, and the liquidity migrates to Raydium's AMM instantly. Seamless on-chain token creation, no migration fee, no gatekeepers, just send it energy. So obviously this is basically a decentralized launchpad, allowing you to get access to Raydium liquidity that quickly and efficiently. Just if it hits 85 Sol, there's nobody trying to charge you a fortune, or it's just how these centralized launchpad works, guys. Where they're forcing you to work with certain partners, and there's a whole process. No, this is virtually like a pump fund on Raydium. It's already pumping all these different tokens being launched. Now, obviously, 99.9% are going to be vaporware, guys. Let's not pretend it isn't going to be. But obviously, the fact that they're making tokens very easy to be launched and get access to the Raydium liquidity that quickly with 85 Sol is a really, I think, exciting way for new projects to just come to market without any centralized crap in between. So yeah, and it's great to see Hey Anon actually announcing that partnership just yesterday. I expect, and you can see actually that some of the other partners on here, GN, BullX, very Banana Gun, very established kind of trading tools and softwares, guys. And Hey Anon is right there in the middle. So congratulations to Daniel Sester and his team on this exciting integration. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for another daily dose of DeFi and AI agents. I hope you've been enjoying the videos. If you have, please don't forget to hit the bell notification. Do like, subscribe, and comment. It'll be great to hear from you. Look, guys, we'll be back here again tomorrow for our final show of the week. I hope you've been enjoying the content. I'll see you guys hopefully in a week or so at Token 2049, and of course DeFiCon, the largest DeFi and AI agent side event for Token 2049. All right, guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow.